Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Miguel back again with another video, and today we have Honor's 7T phone, which was recently just launched, and I want to talk about where this phone actually falls under. Now, this phone really isn't a flagship phone. I'm going to clarify, this is not a flagship phone, and the reason why I'm saying that is because almost 90% of the specs that we have on the Honor 7T are nearly flagship category specs. Honor's flagship phone recently was reviewed by me, which was the Magic 4 Pro, and this is a very similar phone to it. It has about 90% of the DNA from it, except some design changes and some changes to the camera. But apart from that, this is a very capable mid-range or higher mid-range phone that you can buy if you're on the lookout for a budget phone that ticks almost all the boxes of a flagship phone. Now, unboxing it really quick, we have the 256 gig variant here with 8 gigs of RAM. This by default has 8 gigs of RAM, so there's no options or more RAM included in this, which is, I think, a good thing. 8 gigs is a very decent start, but you do have the option of 128 gigs here or 256. Today we have the 256 gig variant here. Now, opening up the box, we have the phone itself, which we are going to review in a little bit, and we have the booklet, and the booklet has the SIM ejector pin. It also has a silicone case, which I'm glad to report that they are including this here, and that's pretty much it. We don't have a booklet or a warranty because this is a review unit. And we also have a USB-C to USB-A cable. And apart from that, something that we don't get to see nowadays with a lot of phones is the fast charger. And this is actually a 66 watt fast charger, which is supposed to charge your phone from 0 to 100% in about 30 minutes, which is, again, really good to see. An underrated feature, in my opinion, because a lot of phones nowadays are not actually including chargers. Now, coming to the phone itself, you may see that we have a very familiar design pattern here with the dual camera module here, and we have this really unique design. Now, this may look like it's patterned, but it's actually a flat surface, and it kind of gives this 3D effect. This is the crystal silver crystal color. I think this actually comes in 4 colors: Icelandic frost, crystal silver, which is what we have today. We also have an emerald green and a midnight black edition, and I believe this is probably one of the prettiest phones to get here. This is also a curved phone, so on the front the design is curved, which kind of makes the phone look very seamless. On the back as well, it's a little bit curved, so it's a very seamless, very compact phone. And one of the things that really impressed me about the phone is that this is under 8 millimeters thick, and it also just weighs around 178 grams, which is really light considering the size of the display here. We're going to quickly turn on the phone and I'll get right into the features. So first things first, looking at the display, we have a 6.67 OLED display. This is not an AMOLED display, but it is an OLED display. And I believe in this price point, which is around 1,850 dirhams, is the starting point of the Honor 7T, which is a really good price. You get a lot of screen for that amount of money. I should mention that this also goes up to 2,000 dirhams, but that's only if you get the 256 gig version, which is what we have in hand today. But if you opt for the 128 gig version, this actually will cost you 1,850 dirhams, which is really good price point for this phone. And as I mentioned, you get a lot of display and a really high quality display for this price, most probably the best display that you can find under this range. And I'm also glad to report that this also has 120 Hz of a fast refresh rate, which is always good to see. We have minimal bezels as well, so bezels are really minimal. We have a punch hole design camera as well. And as I mentioned again, this is a curved display, which makes the phone look really seamless and a very compact design in my opinion. Design wise, again, on the back we have the dual camera setup here, and this is a plastic back. This is not a glass back, although it doesn't actually look like it's plastic at all. The build quality is really good on the phone. Even the sides are actually plastic, but they don't look like plastic. It's a really solid design and a really solid build. On the bottom we have the SIM ejector tray here, which supports 2 SIMs. We have the USB-C port, and we also have the stereo speaker on the bottom. specs wise, the Honor 70 is a pretty decent phone as well. It comes with 8 gigs of RAM, and when we talk about the chip, this actually has Snapdragon's 778G Plus chip. Now, the reason why Honor decided to go with the 778G chip is because they wanted to make sure that this phone falls under the mid-range category, because if they put in a better chip here, this would essentially be a flagship phone. So as I mentioned, 90% of the specs of the Honor 70 are flagship specs. So the chip having the 778G chip, which is again a very good chip, and comparison's sake, if you want to know what other phones actually have the same chip, the Nothing phone recently, which was launched, also has the same 778G chip, which again is a very capable chip on its own. We also did an Antutu benchmark test, and this was providing us around 550,000 points or score, which again is a really decent performance for the price point of this phone. When it comes to the battery, we have a 48 milliampere battery, which is very capable all-day battery. I would have loved to see maybe a 5,000 or more than 5,000, because there's a lot of phones out there that are now providing more than 5,000 milliamperes of battery, but nevertheless 4,800 milliamperes is supposed to give you all-day performance as well. And paired with the 66-watt charger, you won't actually run out of battery, because it's supposed to charge your phone in 30 minutes from 0 to 100%. So we're good on that part as well. Now, the main feature of this phone is actually the back cameras. Honor has recently been focusing mostly on the back cameras of the phones. Let's talk about the front camera real quick. We have a 32 megapixel front camera, which is pretty decent, I would say. It's not bad at all. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think this is just a harsh lighting here, but no, yeah, but it's pretty decent camera on the front as well. On the back, we have two main cameras. We have a primary 50 megapixel camera, which is the main lens, and then we have another 50 megapixel camera, which is used also as an ultra wide camera. And the good thing about the ultra wide is that it actually lets you shoot in 4K resolution. And the same camera, the 50 megapixel ultra wide, can also be used to take macro shots. And we also have a 2 megapixel depth camera on the back, as well as a flash here. Now, as I mentioned, Honor has recently been focusing a lot on the camera side of things, and this phone is one of the first phones that Honor actually dubbed this phone the best vlog phone, or best vlog camera phone. And the reason why is because there's a lot of different features. As you can see over here, we have a multi-video feature, which essentially allows you to film yourself and also film the back camera at the same time. So this is full vlogger mode at this moment. So you're able to actually film yourself as well, and also film the person in front of you. So this full time gives you a vlogger perspective. Apart from that, you have a ton of features, including a pro version time-lapse, super macro, high res. Another very unique feature that Honor introduced this time is the solo cut feature here. And this feature allows you to take two videos within one video. And I know that's a little bit weird to explain, so I'll put in the video of Honor actually introducing what this is. You can essentially cut a specific frame and shift focus on one subject or person without having to make multiple videos. So within one video, you're able to shift focus as well from one person to another, and you don't have to actually then create two separate videos within one video. You're actually able to do that. I'll put the video here of how Honor introduced this feature. You might be able to understand better. So that's a very unique feature, and I think the first time that we've seen in Honor phones. Coming down to a conclusion, Honor 70, I believe, is a very, very good phone. In my opinion, if I was actually looking or in the market for a mid-range or high mid-range phone, I would 100% consider this. And coming down to the price, again, this starts at 1,850 dirhams if you buy the 128 gig version, and if you opt for the 256 gig version, you are gonna have to spend a little bit more, which is not really a lot. It's again worth it. Under 2,000 dirhams, 1,999 dirhams is the one that we have in hand today, which is the 256 gig version. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Let me know what's your favorite feature of this phone, and let me know if you were in the market for one, if you would buy one or not. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.